Yeah, what up, YouTube? It's your boy, another Zod back at you, y'all Savage. But anyways, before I even get out of here, cause I gotta go to a party for my headphone. But first and foremost, I just want to send my shots out to ClownG and Mictlan One. I think Mictlan One got a song called Street Smart. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. Also, shouts out to Cam Capone News. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a link. He got a third interview that he did with me with a third part. The one that people been asking me about as far as like me and my uncle, and what I mean, there's a few uncles I've got into it with, but this one, I guess would be more insightful. uh and to anybody else I miss, Spencer, but yeah, let me just get into it. See, at the end of the day, my last video was just put out there basically to get people to to think about certain things as far as like the government shutdown. And I think a few people took it personal, but I don't think they took it personal because they felt as if I didn't know what I was talking about. I think they just took it personal because uh, it kind of affects them, and the fact that they didn't want to come to terms with the fact that a lot of people are just lazy. See, one guy in particular, I have nothing against him. He made a statement such as people have the right to not have to work, and whatever. And there's some homeless people that, yeah, there's a lot of homeless people out there that got college education and refuse to work, and they just do it because they just don't want to do it. And that's fine, but at the end of the day, they're still staying on the street, so they have nothing to complain about. Now, your argument that you put out there was basically people have the right to do what they want. If they don't want to work, they don't have to do that. Now, that's fine for people that that are off the grid. I'm talking about the people that live like Midwest and live like way back in the countries. They don't rely on electricity, and when they do, they make their own electricity, which the government will then come and shut down because they'll make up some fictional you know they'll they won't sanction it. They'll make some fictitious reason why they can't have it, even if you're the smartest man in the world and know exactly how to hook up your electrical system, and that any way that you, unless you live extremely off the grid, they're always going to try to come get what you got in there because they want their money. At the end of the day, that's just the way it is. But when you made the argument, not even an argument, it was more of a statement or responding to something. But as far as not having to work, you do have to work. And when you don't want to work, people that actually pay taxes have to pay for you. And that's the whole thing I talk about when people want to be lazy. See, when you have no criminal record, it's expected of you to go out and bust your ass in order to survive in this environment. See, and when you can't do it, or not even if that you refuse to do it, but if you can't do it, then you just can't do it. There's people that's handicapped, mentally handicapped. Some people that just can't function, period, in society. Some are fresh out of prison and their mind is all over the place. Some is just due to drugs. Some is due to a long time of incarceration. But even though they have that, that them disabilities, some of them still try to work. Now, for you to come on the channel and say that, people have the right, they do. But then, people have the right to refuse to want to take care of you by granting you any type of welfare or Section 8 or anything. If you're capable of getting out there and work and you just don't want to, then that just makes you a bum. And I'm not saying you in general, but anybody that takes on that attitude that they don't have to work because, I just don't feel like it, then don't understand that there's people out in the world that's going to refuse to want to take care of you, and you can't get mad at it. See, that's why I understand people make these dumb arguments but have nothing to really back it up outside of you make your when people make statements like that, they kind of make their own self look, in a nice way, dumb. Because I mean, what type of sense does that make? I mean, my whole video was about the government shutdown and about the fact of people not being prepared for what's coming next, and that they continue to slack and not take responsibility. See, I went to jail and I had to take responsibility. It's just the way it is. I got caught. Society wanted me to pay for my transgressions against whoever, and I did. You know what I mean? And I got out and I struggled, but I made sure that I did what I had to do. Took every Haswapper class, did every agency. Well, one agency in particular was hooking me up, but I had to do all that in order to get ahead. So when you come on here and you make arguments such as that, it's just like, I understand, dude. Like you got to really think about some of the stuff you say. And for the people that come on here and constantly make it about race, okay, we get it, dog. I didn't run with you guys. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? It's the same way you being a blood or you being a crip. You didn't want to run crip, so you ran blood. You didn't want to run blood, so you ran crip. A lot of us get into things because not only we're influenced by our environment, but we just felt a strong bond to these certain people and hung with certain people and decided to get into certain things, you know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. So for the people that come on here and they're always frustrated at the fact that, yeah, you're still black. Yeah, I said in a million videos that I'm black. It still don't stop the fact that I'm going to represent what I want to represent. At the end of the day, it's loyalty. If you have see, that's what a lot of people suffer from nowadays. Outside of all this other stuff that's going on, I'll get into that. You have no loyalty to nothing, and that's why you end up going out backwards. A lot of you put all this false faith. You misplace your faith in some of your big homies that's getting out of prison, acting like they've been solid. See, but your boy B-Star have been there and seen it, and seen some of your homies on the yard laid up with punks until, to start getting the punks ran up off the yard and they couldn't be there. But, some of your homies getting their cheeks busted, but they'll come out hard as hell. And some of them just don't even hide it. They get out and they're just flamboyant with it. And I'm not mad at whoever, want to be gay, but don't come out here acting all hard and, try to make it seem as if your homies are got an impeccable record. And then some of them was messing with guys in prison. And I could put a lot of you on blast and call your names out, but I'm just not going to do that because that's not my problem. See, you choose to be a blood or a crip, respect, you know what I mean? And not respect like negativity is a respectful thing. But if you're going to do it, you're just going to do it. And as long as you rep it to the fullest, my kudos to you, because that's what being loyal is. Now, if you switch up every time somebody apply a little pressure, then that makes you kind of weak-minded and a weak individual and probably really wasn't about it from the gate. But if anybody that's really been about that work know what my whole get down consists of, it's about loyalty and being loyal to something, and no matter what pressure anybody apply, you continue to rep where you from. People walk up to me all the time and be like, hey, you're that dude on YouTube? And I tell them, yeah, because I'm me. I'm not gonna shift for nobody. I'm 40 years old. I'm not out there gangbanging. You still want to push that line, but but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna tell you who I am. There's no hiding. So just get over it. I'm not worried about you and what you bang. Don't worry about what I bang. Obviously, some of you fools are talking about what you would have did in prison. Your big homies was there. What did they do? I have no holes on my body. I came out. I did 14. It's like, obviously there's some what your homies telling you what they'll do in prison and then what they actually did. Because I hit a gang of yards and the same thing. You had cats that mad dog from the other side of the thing, but when they got cracking, I handled my business, and that's just what it was. You know what I mean? So yeah, so go ahead and hold that. As far as like always making everything about race and want to blame everybody else, just take, handle your own responsibility. Take, take charge of your own life. You know what I mean? Do something positive. Do something that's going to actually get you ahead. And please don't come on here like these other guys and talk about, if you refuse to work in, society, that if that's your way of spitting society's face, you're I don't know what to call you. You know what I mean? That's just, that whole argument had no basis behind it. Just, there's no merit to it. I was like, whatever. The whole thing was about the government shutdown, and maybe I didn't explain it as best as possible, but the brain is scatterbrained. Some people are more able to sit down and just really explain things to the best of their ability. Some are really gifted like that, like Ben Shapiro. Like, that's why I said that dude is a guy that he's a libertarian, and that's not me. I'm more of a dark patriot, but that's besides the point. But basically, I just wanted to say that, and the fact that about this government shutdown, a lot of people have taken it for a joke, and now they're starting to see all these so-called hate mongers and want to blame the white dude and blame this white dude and blame this Hispanic dude and blame this black dude. Everybody's to blame, dude. Everybody in the Congress, from the Congress to the Senate, there's multiple races. So at the end of the day, everybody's to blame. Everybody's out for themselves. So you can't really put it on any political party. Now, you can be far right and you can be far left. There's a difference between a Democrat and a liberal. You know what I'm saying? The liberals are the ones out there just really, being aggravated, you know what I mean, and just really antagonizing the other side. And then you got some Republicans that's playing right into it's a game, dude. And the sooner you realize that we don't matter outside of the vote, and even without the vote, if that was the case, look at this dude suspended government, and he's gonna continue to do it. They can push the bill. They can push the bill through, and he can veto it if he wants. Then they can turn around and you know what I'm saying, and put it right back up. But it's already been said with people from his own party, but he chooses not to. Well, anyways, that's just basically. I just wanted to put this video out here just to cover that and tell people that pretty soon I'm gonna have my platform to a point to where we'll actually be able to interact with each other and have these conversations. And it don't matter how extreme you are, we'll be able to have these conversations, be able to state your side, and then I can state my side. You know what I mean? And just like that. So you know, if you're gonna come in the comments, make a valiant effort at least making a you know, an argument that holds some type of merit. If you're just all over the place with it, I can't even respect that. You know what I mean? And for the people that you know continue to view and respect my channel, and you know, and really really respect my platform and just constantly looking out for me. Muchas gracias, and you know, and for the rest of you, happy Friday. You guys enjoy your weekend, and I have something better to say, but this is just in response to my haters and people that feel like they have to attack me over dumb stuff. And on that note, you enjoy the rest of your night. I'm Zod, on to the party, and I'm out.